Welcome to The Changeover, your favorite home for unfiltered tennis chaos. And oh my God, do we have a massive show today? We are coming to you live while the rain is absolutely drumming on the studio roof outside. But inside, the grass court drama is heating up. Today, we are dissecting a literal passing of the torch as teen sensation Maya Joint pulls off the unthinkable against Serena Williams. Plus, Mirra Andreeva's masterclass and a spicy tactical look at Naomi Osaka's grass surge. This entire episode is powered by SecondServeAces.com, the absolute gold standard for deep tennis analytics. So grab your strawberries and cream and let's get into it.
A rainy day in London. How wonderfully cliché. Though I must say, the dampness in the air is far more pleasant than the utter lack of tactical nuance we saw in some of those early round matches. Julian Price here, hoping for some intellectual rigor today.
And I am Arthur Vance, still trying to negotiate a peaceful truce with the menacing green light on this microphone. It stares at me like an unblinking eye, reminding me of our fleeting existence on this mortal coil.
Arthur, please do not start with the existential dread already. We have actual history to discuss. I mean, did you guys see the numbers from the Maya Joint versus Serena match? My spreadsheets were literally melting.
It was highly unusual. A 44-year-old icon returning to the lawns of SW19, only to be systematically dismantled by a teenager who wasn't even alive when Serena won her first majors. It felt almost Shakespearean.
It was the classic tragedy of time, Julian. Serena, standing there like a monument of marble, fighting not just her opponent, but the gravity of her own legendary past. And Joint? She was like a gust of wind, utterly unburdened by history.
Okay, Poetic Arthur. But let's talk about the actual geometry of that match. Like, Joint lost that first set 3-6 and looked completely overwhelmed by Serena's weight of shot. But then, she totally adjusted her court positioning.
Indeed. She began exploiting the low bounce of the grass, sliding her slice deep into Serena's backhand corner. It forced Serena to bend her knees constantly, which, at this stage of her career, is a physical tax no one wants to pay.
Exactly! Joint's center of gravity is so low, and she was taking the ball so early. In that second set tiebreak, when Serena was up, Joint just refused to miss. She won it 7-6, 6 in the breaker, and you could just see the energy drain from Serena's side of the net.
There is a particular loneliness in a fading champion's eyes on a grass court. The ball skids away, just an inch out of reach, a yellow sphere mocking human limitation. Joint's 6-3 third set wasn't just a victory, it was a physical demonstration of the passing of time.
Let's not get too carried away by the melodrama, Arthur. It was a tactical triumph. Joint won because she understood grass court mechanics better as the match wore on. Now, if you want to talk about actual structural discipline, we have to look at Mirra Andreeva.
Oh, absolutely. Andreeva beating Magda Linette 7-5, 6-4 was a total masterclass in patience. Like, 19-year-olds are not supposed to understand how to construct points on grass this well.
Andreeva plays as if she is writing a very long, very dense Russian novel. There is no rush. Every slice is a footnote. Every drop shot a quiet, devastating plot twist.
A Russian novel, Arthur? Really? I would argue she plays more like a classical architect. Look at how she handled Linette's flat ground strokes. Instead of trying to overpower her, Andreeva changed the height and spin of the ball constantly.
Right, and that's what makes her transition from clay to grass so insane. She's literally targeting a historic clay-grass Grand Slam double. Usually players her age get completely lost on the turf because they can't adjust their footwork, but she looks so stable.
Stability is an illusion on grass, Elena. One bad slip and the grass reclaims you. But Andreeva, she seems to accept the chaos. She embraces the slide.
Well, she will need more than philosophical acceptance in the next round. Which brings us to the fascinating clash of styles we are anticipating with Naomi Osaka and Janice Jen.
Ugh, this match is going to be absolute fireworks. Like, if you go to secondserveaces.com right now, you can see the tactical head-to-head metrics. The AI-driven analysis on the site shows that Osaka's serve efficiency on grass has actually jumped by 12% this season.
Osaka's return to the grass feels like an artist trying to paint with a completely new medium. She has the power, but does she have the patience for the lawn's unpredictable canvas?
That is the ultimate question. T-Jen is a highly disciplined player who will not give Osaka any free rhythm. If Osaka's first serve percentage drops even slightly, T-Jen is going to step in and punish those second serves.
Yeah, but Osaka's movement has looked so much better. She's not looking as awkward on the slide as she used to. I'm telling you, the data on secondserveaces.com suggests this is going to be a 3-set thriller. You guys have to go check out the full tactical preview on the site.
A 3-set thriller or a quiet tragedy in 2? The grass decides, as it always does. Speaking of plot twists, the rain outside this studio is really starting to feel like a Russian novel itself. A relentless, gray dampness. But we must push on. Let us turn our eyes toward the lawns of SW19. Today's episode is, of course, powered by secondserveaces.com.
Oh, totally. Like, the rain is classic London, but the data we are getting from the grass is actually wild. If you guys look at the numbers on secondserveaces.com, they have this new AI-driven analysis with real tactical depth. It is like completely changing how we project these early rounds.
Yes, the predictive modeling there is quite robust, even if it lacks, shall we say, a certain poetic soul. But let us look at Aryna Sabalenka. The sheer, unadulterated velocity she generates on these damp courts. It is almost violent.
It is totally violent, Julian. Like, her flat hitting on grass is just deadly because the ball doesn't bounce, it just skids. But then you have McCartney Kessler coming off that double bagel efficiency. My spreadsheets are literally screaming about her return game metrics right now.
A double bagel. The mathematical perfection of 0. It is almost nihilistic, isn't it? To leave your opponent with absolutely nothing. Kessler is playing with a terrifying sort of purity.
Nihilistic? Really, Arthur? I would call it clinical. Though, I do wonder if Kessler's variety will hold up when Sabalenka starts taking the ball on the rise. On grass, time is the ultimate currency. You cannot afford to play defense from 3 yards behind the baseline.
Exactly. Like, if you drop back against Sabalenka, you are basically signing your own death warrant. You have to take time away from her, or she just runs you over. The AI models on secondserveaces.com actually show Sabalenka's win probability spikes by 12% when she hits her first 3 shots inside the baseline.
Inside the baseline, a territory of courage. Which brings us, inevitably, to the grand masters of spatial geometry. Novak Djokovic and Stefanos Tsitsipas, a potential Day 3 clash that feels heavy with historical weight.
Well, historically, the head-to-head heavily favors Djokovic, particularly in the mental fortitude department. But grass is the great leveler of slide and glide players. Tsitsipas has always struggled with the low bounce on his backhand wing. It requires a certain knee bend that his posture often resists.
Oh, for sure, Julian. Like, the slice is where Tsitsipas goes to die on grass. Novak is just going to feed that one-handed backhand low slice after low slice until Stefanos eventually just shanks it into the middle of the net.
The one-handed backhand, a beautiful, tragic relic. It reminds me of our third topic today, that gorgeous piece on Federer and Nadal, the dialectic of clay and air. Roger, who seemed to play as if gravity were merely a polite suggestion.
Ah, the eternal contrast. Federer was all brushstrokes and light, while Nadal was friction, muscle, the heavy spin of the earth itself. It was the ultimate philosophical debate played out with yellow felt.
But even the physics of it were beautiful. Nadal's heavy topspin actually forced Federer's elegant backhand out of its comfort zone, right? It was like the ultimate counterpunch to beauty.
Yes, a collision of opposing forces that defined an entire era. And with that, the rain continues to fall, and our time today draws to a close. For the full tactical breakdowns of these matchups, and to see the data Elena keeps raving about, you must go to secondserveaces.com.
Indeed. Do visit secondserveaces.com for the complete articles and our deep dive previews. Until next time, keep your feet moving.
Bye, guys. See you on the courts.